nkran samua obofo no keta free epoye ewe di setrenso okay ye di so yakopon enko a ano saa sampa no eno ka se be hye ne bufu enti hye ne bufu a obefre di ono so de bufu kese befre di se okwa akosai dodo okay na eho no wo se ona obedua ne ntomadan ewo epo ene pepo konkro no mfimfini na edu ho no se obaba na wiye ena da ne de to aso se ebrenum ena maka ba so regina afi mi nkyere mu yie enkom hye no efa de ene ye ka ne se holy see na Daniel kyerɛ sɛ wiase bekwa wie a noma etwato a ebebani ansa na Kristo Yesu akina ɛhɔ ne nam no enti no Daniel 11:44 ɛkyerɛ sɛ 1 yebenya enkrofoko bi a omukura asempa ɛkɔ wiase afa na nyinaa saa asempa no ɛyɛ Kristo Yesu trene ho asempa so na eno no na ebehye the holy see meka holy see na me de Roman Catholic aban that's right Roman Catholic sorry omo de omo yanyame ma provide say obetie no mu agya kwa ba so say enkyerɛkyerɛ no ene ma yanyame ma enya safo ne ma yanyame ba sanity enti no Roman Catholic aban ene wiase etomfo baka bom ahyemra ne mra no mmehye no die eye edisem etrenson no grasa wo no ene ni bebo bra ebe te se hyebra me saka bednego ene wiase aka no ye behwe de obegina mo nyankopon enti no asempa no a ye beka na hye wiase bufuo no eno ne de free epoye ene atifi no the east and the north atifi famu wo baba bomo a eho nyankopon ahwenwane tie e wo so that's right epoye ne ye ba bia nkransem no ifri ba sa ti san kransem no eno na ba ha wiase asempa no a me da kwanyo fokuta no eno na eye wiase hi en na hye wiase bufuo sesei ne bufuo ne sai ye kan ha na abem so sai ye ko Glasgow ye ko hye kwasada mra hye no mko gya tum kwasada mra ka ho se be mo ka se o ye kan na ambam ai omo de me bom paye se omo mra mu ntem omo de birika nwane mra mu ntem ansa na do omo hwehwe no aba ene se ye ko Glasgow ko gin hye no tu mu no se sei bosumi ba nsia no nso mo na ye wura yi emra no ntintimi o Francis therefore o ye ne omabi na ehwan hia se ye di tudwa that's right wono aye meeting afre asase so aloyafo ekukudam ba de ho akọ ono anakachi aka kire wo se climate change sensem na aba no wo mun ko hye mra ne ye be hye no enye mra ebe ba se climate change mra na ya gya to mo Glasgow no wo betu bie no just why bone bia kan se wo di asase na wu and te se wo di ba mra kwa mo yes wo kum nipa that's right that's the ecocide omo fra na ecocide ha enti no dia tia ne se wo kan document ni nyinara on kan de kwasada kwa na wo to ayenchew wo mo di afra the whole climate change share no Glasgow asede na yakoje nyina no e ka ho enti company akase wo ma tonton petrol wo ma tuko wo fam jese dwumadie bia wo be ya omo susu se kutia bobre no aha yanchew bokum asase no enti yanchew nkun bi so ana mo de kwasada som no akohyem sana de ne tie enti no se kwasada somra na obeto se ye mra do na aka na obeto ni nyina ye mra kro na wato no omfra na ecosite sa tino ye ma video di kan
adofo no na ye videos too pe ai be show nti message production se mo ye krado a video di kan no mo ro mfa maye
Santità, desidero anzitutto rivolgerle le più sentite parole di ringraziamento per aver concesso un'udienza ai partecipanti al convegno dell'Associazione internazionale di diritto penale. Le sue parole rappresentano per noi come persone, come giuristi, una guida preziosa nello svolgimento dei nostri compiti. Sua paterna benedizione.
Illustri signori e signori, prima di tutto voglio chiedere scusa per il ritardo. Scusatemi, è stato un errore di calcolo, 2 appuntamenti grossi che si vanno avanti. È successo...
Na akwaba epiu, sede mekano. Ye mu ye isrim enkasem. Enti bibi biara ye de beba TV so e beka ho asem no. Ye tumra, ni akire sikura, ye tu no so. Mu nyina mo ate video ana mo kwohwe video a e course no e Latin kasa ana se Roman fo kasa ye yente. Enti ni atese ye ginchire mu. Nyame dom so ye nsaka enchire mu no na evangelist o ha. Enti ye nko ne nchen na ye nyenchire mu.
Very good. Asama na ne ye kan ye kwohwe on video ni. Pope Francis e da konkron. Said then about the trim, then I'm on the trim, or no Yankopon in him. Yeah, but Judas a cotton is so discovered. But I've been free by no, or no Judas penning him.
That's right.
And then a bad Jack Crop of Francis Trimoa, or call pa lawyer for, say Yanko Shambra, Cratanini. Now, yet, the Ocano, said Ocana Italian Casa, Yante. And Tino do Ocano, and a Macotim Brof. That's right. But to win a Casano free, or no Anakachi. What shall say, say Francis? What the text be near actual and China Wamba, me also.
The any crame wa hay. And I'm more what Latin Casan, so do kind of see a boy, the egg here, Winnie, Saint Fabra. Okay, so shall say address to His Holiness, Pope Francis, to participants at the World Congress of the International Association of Penal Law. Penal Law. Oh, you can't penal law. Many lawyer ni. Becca cra, me never can say penal lawyer. Emra ye di twa so punishment. So I say to wa coffee lawyer for omo no efa asotwe a e wo mra mu a omo no omo di makotin omo ne province na unity. Okay, that Friday 15th November 2019. Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Yes, what the second page. Last sentence we know on. Okay. Protection of the environment by criminal law. Wow. What was that? Protection of the environment. Yeah, Bobo Brenner home bank. Near the Maratin. Yes. Now, you can say criminal law. Just a brofuna so the Vietnam short to treat. Criminal crime. You can say, Minka say chrono. But criminal bonism. So I just say, Amamosem humbra. That's the correct word. That's right. Very good. Okay. So what I now say, instead, an elementary sense of justice would require that certain conduct for which corporations are usually responsible does not go unpunished. And what can I say? They say, "Baby, I say, say so ben bin no more." And you might call binum a year, and you if defeated a new coin say Yao Momo. In particular, all those that can be considered as ecocide, the massive contamination of air, land and water resources, the large-scale destruction of flora and fauna, and any action capable of producing an ecological disaster or destroying an ecosystem. Wow. A honor question so say any action. Any action. And you be a beya a bit no from yes. A bequetia bobreno piano. Yes. They are to rent him bebrain yet.
Said that Roman Polite can count Hano, the free Ellington, the Catholic Ellington Church. Somebody by said, look, I said that me and Pica, me and Twandy.
That's right.
Then I can't be into look, I said, now Pica no Twandy. Why you go side, Yancho,
Boba.
So that's it. What the
As has been pointed out in your work,
yes,
ecocide is to be understood as the loss, damage, or destruction of the ecosystems of a given territory, so that its utilization by inhabitants has been or can be seen as severely compromised. This is a fifth category of crime against peace, which should be recognized as such by the international community.
And Pope Francis Echiremo said, say no, Emrano or Mwashisheno. Yen Fanko ascend bia, any Emrashe bia, a what we are seeing na Omuti. Can say, or a friend of the International Criminal Court. Yen Fanko, Yen Kwashamrano. Oh, I think I made a Babu Nasi, ye. If it's a Omakasa Chimus or Glasgow, Kwashamrano. O mampanin bia mpese o de bejuma America na ba bonten ati committee a fe no mo do mo mreba mo ka ma price pon twen na America for the nikai there be we di wa fra bia sha lawyer for se munya ni ntena mo mpan koso na ye bo video this one na me pan chere ma se mo ansa
adofum and I said them kan your videos too until last video production mo rom for my.
I thank you for your statement. I now give the floor to Ms. Cathy Olivia van Tergo on behalf of the Stop Ecocide Foundation. You have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, Madam Chair, Stop Ecocide Foundation would like to begin by acknowledging the dedicated work of all those involved in the review and reforms taking place at the court. We trust and believe that the court will emerge stronger from this important internal process. Ladies and gentlemen, the court's remit is to deal with crimes which most threaten the peace, security, and well-being of the world. Our global community faces twin threats at this time, threats that can call for urgent action. They are interlinked threats of climate change and biodiversity loss, at levels so serious that the recent IPCC report describes changes already set in motion, such as sea level rise, will be irreversible in the coming centuries. Ladies and gentlemen, in direct response to growing diplomatic and political interest, our foundation last year convened an independent expert panel of 12 renowned international criminal and environmental lawyers from around the world. Their remit was to draft a clear and robust legal definition of ecocide as a fifth international crime. The expert panel reached consensus in June this year. The resulting text is concise, balanced, and strongly based on precedent. It may, we trust, serve as a useful draft for state parties of this Assembly to consider. The core text is this, and I quote, "Ecocide means unlawful or wanton acts committed with knowledge that there is a substantial likelihood of severe and either widespread or long-term damage to the environment being caused by those acts." The text has been well received in the political world. Parliamentary or government-level discussion to criminalize ecocide is now on public record in at least 17 of the ICC state parties. Just last week, the Belgian Parliament passed a resolution by an overwhelming majority calling on its government to propose recognition of ecocide here at the ICC. There is a broad and significant civil society support for recognizing this crime internationally. From the Global Citizens Assembly to faith leaders, Pope Francis and Patriarch Bartholomeus, from the Indigenous Alliance of Mother Nature's Guardians to the youth movement, Fridays for Future,
It is an explicit demand. A recent statement from the International Corporate Governance Network, an investor-led group of firms managing over $59 trillion in global assets, specifically called on governments to collaborate internationally to criminalize ecocide. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we respectfully suggest to the Assembly that it is time to address the criminal threat to the future of human civilization in all seriousness. We invite you to support the call of a world under threat and to stand in solidarity with future generations and with each other. We invite you to amend the Rome Statute to include a crime of ecocide. Thank
you. Video.
Mo, sa video ma sha se bo. Na me mo na ba ko mo born to say Joe Biden there. America is back.
That's right.
Ha, sa na me sa video. Oh, manage agie no na ma sha fight. Me ba cry a lot of manton so ma she. Next week me sa she. Next week be the last time I me sha fight we. Fi se ba bia adina ko duro no e ho na me hwehwe. De aka nyina no de ye kirasem. Ezi fort na me sro mo me pa mo chew. Se omonka ye nuanom a ewo kwasha dan sore no na osoma hodo mu. Omonka wo no no mo mfro no se mo mfiri ho mra.
Revelation chapter 18 verse 4. Me man mfiri no mu na mo anya ne boni ni bi mo anya na so
twa. Wa se ba bia abaye no gina na kasa no. Wo hwe bedo gina na eho ye International Criminal Court. Eho no mo da asem no akopie no.
ICC.
Yes. And na omo ka kire wi ase se yenyi ecocide into samra ni eni ho. Enti obetu kwasi da yentimi nchi no. Ene kwasi da so de ka fa krom hwehwe police pie ni ho becho. Enti yemfa emranko na yenhye samra no. Enti afei se kwasi samra no a utuka kwasi da yencho. Okwa haba mu a yencho. Se de obeye de atu kwasi da bia no yencho. So afei na omode sa asem no akowura court. Ever say yaje atum dada. Sa kwasi da ne ye behome.
Okay.
Na akamra ebeki kanu ho a ebe ma ahye wo se transe ayete se ye call lockdown we omanpanin pese Ghana fo transe nsusu no oni satumi no enti je se ode krata ko emrasa badwam se momma me kwan na momma me tumi na me hyemra na Ghana fo no nkafie ena emrasa badwafo so de mra na hye omanpanin se to ase wo adwuma ena obeka fellow Ghanaians eno anu no oka fellow Ghanaians abro bia ti ase si okoda.
That's right.
So on said it. And enu bi ena se say no ga yo kasa yi ena mo sha se omo ye ne se wi ase ne nkasa ye hyemra no na sa mra ko mba fa so mba hye no mento aso se sei kwa sha da bai ena me de bai fita ne to ho.
That's right.
You know, they made the job money.